Fucking hell, mate. Fucking get in there, mate. Fucking get in there. Barman, drinks all around for everybody. Fucking get in there. What a fucking performance, mate. With fucking bee's knees, mate. Know what I mean? Barman, drinks all round. And I'll have a bottle of your favourite champagne. Yep. Champagne for that champagne football. Get in there, boys. What is good, Hammer Gang? Welcome back to Hammers Fans United. Yeah, I'm obviously a very happy Hammer. We're going to get straight into the player ratings, so you won't see my ugly face on the screen. And then we'll just get back with my overall take. So let's just get into this. Yeah, let's do this. Lucas Fabianski, as loud and stable as ever at the back for the Hammers, produced a wonderful second half save to keep out Josh Brownhill. The type of moment that is as good as a goal. He got a 7. Vladimir Coufal, another solid performance from the Czech international, produced a perfect cross to assist Mikel Antonio's first goal. An invaluable member of the West Ham team. Got forward well and whipped in a number of excellent balls. 7. No way. Anyway. Issa Diop, a big mistake from the Frenchman to put Southcheck under pressure to concede the penalty, and a shaky first half performance full of mistakes and indecision. Improved as the game wore on. 5. Craig Dawson, a far better display than his last. Did well in the air against a Burnley barrage of long balls and matched Chris Wood physically and Nick Pope at the end. He got a 6. Aaron Creswell, a welcome and excellent return for the left back. Provides organisation and leadership alongside a defensively sound performance. 7. Thomas Soucek, a poor decision in the first half cost his team a penalty, but he recovered to provide protection to his centre-backs and played a holding role well, allowing attacking players to counter at pace. He got a 6. What is going on? Manuel Lanzini, playing in a deeper role alongside Soucek. Lanzini more than held his own, spread the play well and saw plenty of the ball. Not as defensively disciplined as Mark Noble or Declan Rice, but a fine performance. He got an 8. Pablo Fornals, the constantly underrated Spaniard, was as reliable as ever. Playing off the right, he was industrious, moved the ball quickly and key in a number of counter-attacks. Reluctant to shoot when coming onto his left foot, which caused a couple of missed shooting chances. He got a 7. Sai Benrahma came off after 79 minutes. The Algerian's finest game since joining West Ham in October. Pace and skill going forward, a constant threat, topped off with an incredible assist for Antonio's second goal. Benrahma was producing this display whilst fasting during Ramadan and ate his first food of the day during a break in player toward the end of the first half. A mightily impressive effort. He got 7. Jesse Lingard, a quiet game for Lingard, pivotal in providing pace on a counter-attack. Had an excellent chance to add to his impressive goal tally, but saw his effort well saved by Nick Pope. He got a 6. Mikel Antonio, a fine return to the team with a powerful header to equalise and a tap-in in the first half. A huge boost for David Moyes to be able to call upon his services once more. Scored twice, had chances for another 3 at least. He got a 7. Jarrod Bowen, one good driving run to take the pressure off the defence and won a foul in the process. Otherwise, had little of the ball. He got a 6. Right. I don't know, man. I don't agree with... Was I watching a different game? Because West Ham were scintillating. So they're giving 6s, and obviously Diop got a 5. I don't want to pick up my phone. Coufal got a 7. That's a joke. Coufal was a 9 stroke 9.5, 10 last night. Fabianski got a 7. I would agree with that. Dawson got a 6. He was solid last night, man. No mistakes from him. So I think that should have been a 7. Remember, we went 1-0 down as well. Diop got a 5. Maybe a 5 or a 6 for him, but that's probably the accurate one. Creswell, they gave a 7. Probably about right. They gave Supercheck a 6. I don't agree with that. I think he should have got a 7. Lanzini got an 8, and rightly so. Playing in a different type of role, so they could have even... I know they don't give half a point, but he could have got an 8.5. Fornals got a 7. He's another one that potentially could have got an 8. Lingard got a 6. I don't think so. Not like... The way we played last night, like, especially going forward, like, nah, 6s, I'm not having that. Benrahma only got a 7, I think. And I was going to... last night, I was thinking, you know what, I need to mention the fact that he's fasting. I don't know all the benefits of fasting, but if you're watching, Wassim is one of our players, one of the youngsters that plays for us. He's also Algerian and he's also fasting, and his last 2 performances for us have been phenomenal. So yeah, it's I know it gives you sort of clear mind and clears out your body and stuff like that. But I was gonna, and they've done it obviously, but I was gonna say like, yeah, it's fasting is probably helped Benrahma because there is obviously benefits to that. You don't do something like that for a month without benefits, and one of them I think is clear mind, and he was amazing yesterday. I still look at him and I think, you know what? There's a lot more to come. Like there was times where he could have just shot and he's passing the ball. It's like I'm thinking, you've got to be selfish sometimes, and he's got the ability, man. It's like he's got the ability to literally go past people, and once he realizes, listen, I'm allowed to shoot, I'm allowed to miss, and then he might sort of have more confidence. You've seen with Mikel Antonio, he's shooting outside the box, and I've said this in previous videos, he don't score any from outside the box, but he's confident. He knows he's got that, he's allowed to do it, especially if he's putting in performances like he did. So like he'll shoot and literally he's hitting the top of the stadium. So Benrahma, I think he just needs to know, listen, take some shots, man. So he got, and then Antonio got a 7. Now, the one opportunity that I feel is probably the easiest out of all of them, and I don't know whether he tried to flick it behind his leg and make it look, like I think he just tapped that in and it's 3-1. There's no panic or there's no nervousness. But to come back, I can't remember what the game we got injured. He came off after about 25 minutes and he looked on fire, and then he came off. I can't remember what game that was. I don't know if it was Wolves. I can't even remember. And you know what? He sort of just jumped straight back in. And sometimes with a layoff, then especially him, I've seen him come back from injury left and he's kind of sluggish and takes him 2 or 3 games to get up to speed. He was on fire. I would give him an 8. He scored the 2 goals, and ultimately those are the 2 goals that have won us the game. The one chance that I think he should have definitely scored, that's the one criticism. You've got to put that in the back of the net. But his all-round game, he played the whole 90 minutes. He was fantastic. So, I don't know. It's just, I'm looking at those ratings. I was expecting higher ratings because West Ham was phenomenal. I've probably spent a bit long on this. So I would just try and cover some key moments. Key moments were obviously the penalty. Like, Issa Diop has done this many times. It's like that long ball over into the left centre back position catches him out a lot. I don't know how it's, and I don't know whether like they've targeted that and said, look, just stick it in behind him in that space there, edge of the 18-yard box, and he's vulnerable. And okay, the first one with Chris Wood, it's the ball's beat you. Then you got back in a position, then you've fallen over, and then you've made him look like he's messy with his dribbling, and that's not his game. Then sort of Supercheck's done kind of probably last ditch what you had to do, and then if you see Fabianski actually saved a shot from whoever was throwing up. So yeah, Diop should have dealt with that. And then it happened again. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, man, this guy is just like, he makes me nervous. Like, and the thing is, he would do good things in a game, but even like sometimes like they put crosses in a box and his header out is kind of not out, and it's like, come on, man, deal with that and get it out further so we can sort of push up. So it makes me nervous, man. There's definitely a good player in there, but once Ogbonna is back, then obviously we know he's coming straight in because that's a vulnerable spot for us. When they scored, I was fuming, man, because I'm thinking we're all over this team. Then they've scored that type of goal, and I'm thinking, wow, that could really affect us. And you know what? To our credit, man, it didn't, and we got back in the game straight away. Soufal was amazing. I don't know about 7, man. Like I said, that's definitely a 9. Great cross, and literally Antonio. Soufal's ball was pinpoint because there was like 3 defenders around Antonio, and it's a great goal, like a really good goal. Then I don't know whether it's before we scored the second one. I think it was. We played some fantastic football. Excuse me. And then we sort of just missed the target. And I said to Davey, if that goal would have went in, that would have been like amazing. Then obviously Benrahma. I don't know whether it was Benrahma's, Antonio's first or second goal when we lost the ball, and Fornell's done amazing to win it back without fouling them and nicked it off him, gave it to Soufal. That might have been the first goal. But anyway, his part in that goal, Fornell's, probably went unnoticed, but that was crucial. And they was on a break and he literally nicked it off him. won the ball back for us, put it wide, and yeah, Soufal. And then Antonio's second goal, Ben Rama. It was all about Ben Rama. Fantastic individual skill. I don't know whether his shot was going in. I don't think it was. I don't think it's a shot. Sorry, I don't think the ball was going in. So it needed that touch off Antonio. And he finished it off like superbly. And once again, if you notice, just before the ball got put in the box, there was like maybe 8 of their defenders and 2 of our attackers, Antonio and one other. So that ball was literally pinpoint, just like Soufal. So what a performance, what a display. And you know what? It was a high pressure game for us, not them. They're safe. They know they're safe. And I know mathematically they're not, but they know they're safe. So the shackles for them was off. But for us, it was pressure. Tottenham won. Liverpool didn't play, which was a good thing because I did want them to lose. But because they didn't play, that means if they would have beat United, they would have went above us. So the pressure was on us. We've had 2 defeats. And to go 1-0 down with all that pressure and to come back is, you know what? Credit to the players, but we have to give David Moyes special praise because the lineup he picked sort of caught everybody unawares. Like when there's naming the team, I'm like, like I'm just counting all the attacking players. I'm like, wow. So the lineup he picked was probably caught Burnley unawares, and we needed that type of lineup because I know they said it yesterday, and I think I said it in a previous video that this season, we've kind of played on a counter-attack and we've caught teams out. When we played against Newcastle, they let us have the ball. And we had defensive players on the pitch and we just didn't have no clue how to break them down. Like, we was poor in that Newcastle game, like really bad. I think he's probably looked at that and thought, you know what? The teams that we face, they're probably going to do the same sort of thing against us. So we have to come with something different. Otherwise, we're not going to get the points that we need to possibly get top 4 or hopefully get European football. So credit to David Moyes. He's probably gone against the grain. That's not even in him per se as a manager. So the lineup he put and the performance we came with was fantastic. It was away to Burnley. I know they haven't done too well there this season, but for us to go there, play against a team that's got no pressure on them, put in that type of performance was fantastic. So like we've got 4 more games to go. Everton's the next game. You never know, man. Like, obviously football is nothing is definite, especially this season. And Chelsea, Leicester, Liverpool, Spurs, not Liverpool, sorry, but those 4 teams, they've got they've got to play each other. They've got on paper some tough fixtures. So you never know, man. You never know. I remember maybe only 6 or 7 videos into this channel when I think it was at the halfway stage, and I said, look, if we can get from where we are now, the next target should be we have to get at least 55 points because of the points we had, I think, at the halfway stage, and then we'll see. Now, we had 55 points going into that game. We've now got 58, and we've got 4 games to go. So my sort of thought process halfway through the season was get to 55 points because of the points that we had there. And I think it was almost like double what we had. So it's matching kind of what we'd done already. And then let's see. So they've definitely exceeded my expectations. And 4 games to go. We just got to go for it. We have literally got to go for it. Like, just put out that type of team. Even if Rice is back in the team, Rice can play attacking football, so putting him in, he's a must. He has to be in the team. So does Ogbonna. Ogbonna don't change nothing. Diop comes out, Ogbonna comes in. Rice coming in, you just take out one of those players, whether it's Lanzini, whether it's Fornals, probably I would say Lanzini. But Rice can still play. If you give him those instructions, then he can play that type of football, and he's got the drive in him. So I can't wait for the players to get back. Masuaku, if we could get all of them back before our next game, like I said, I don't know the injury status. You know, we'll have a good chance. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'll go on record and say this. I know that everybody gets injuries, but our squad is not as deep as the Chelseas, the Spurs, the Liverpools. But I'll say this with confidence. If we somehow could have kept our full strength team through the whole season, we definitely would have got top 4. I can say that with a lot of confidence. We definitely would finish in the top 4 this season. We'd have more points on the board already. So even if that was another 5 or 6 points, we would be, I think, third, like above Leicester. So I said it with confidence that I really feel that if we could have kept or injury free to our key players, we would have got top 4. But compared to last season, where we're at now, night and day. And Moyes deserves a lot of praise, a lot of credit, a lot of respect. And what he done last night, I'm hoping that he just has that mindset, and no one can't begrudge him. Like, listen, if we go for it and it don't happen, we as West Ham fans, that's what we want, man. Last night was the West Ham way. So if he does it and we don't, then no one can't say, oh, like, you understand, like he should have. No, like that defensive setup is not what we need right now at this point of the stage, this point of the season. Going in against your Cities and stuff like that, which we weren't defensive against them anyway, but I'm saying, like, yeah, you can understand trying to play on the counter. These teams here, we just got to go for it. We've got to go for it. Everton is going to be a tough game because they're still in the mix. Southampton is safe now and they've got nothing to play for, basically. West Brom they're relegated now. And the other team is Brighton, who are also safe, but decent team. But I'm saying, like, barring Everton, the rest of them don't really have nothing to play for. Now, that can either go for or against you. Now, obviously, like, they could play with freedom and just go for it, or they could literally be on the beach, and West Ham have got the motivation. So the fixtures, aside from the Everton one, the fixtures for us look nice, but yeah, I'm not gonna get carried away. But I just hope that we get at least, can we get 7 points at least out of those games? That probably won't be enough, but at least then we can say, you know what? Yeah, I mean, obviously I want more than that, but 2 wins, a draw, you might get a defeat somewhere along the line, but at least 7 points from those games as a bare minimum. Yeah, that's it. So if you've got any dreams, any goals, any aspirations in life, stay on track, stay focused. Don't let no one deter you. Don't let no one sway your thoughts. Don't let no one put you off. Don't let no one get in your ear and tell you can't do that. So yeah, you know what I mean by that. I mean, don't let no one burst your bubble. We're at home to Everton next game, and if we could get 3 points there, then we really are sort of edging real close. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Come on, you Irons.